Okay, we're here at the Gib Olinger Elementary School site. We're here towards the end of the day, and we're going to take a little walking tour so folks can see all of the progress that has happened. So this is the gymnasium, the outside of the gymnasium, and then this is the front of the building, and as you can see, they're prepping the front here to pour concrete for the next week. And let's just kind of walk in as if you'd be walking in to the school building. There'll still be some crews on site, and progress is really flying along. Every hour something's new. So this will be where the main opening is. There'll be another set of doors right here, and you'll walk over to here, and this is where the admin area will be. And if you can believe it, this will be a waiting room area that you'll get buzzed into and talk to the receptionist, principals, VPs, counselors. There's a staff room back here, a nurse's room. All of those will be back there. If we came back out through this waiting room, and if there was a large event, there'd be a roll-up door right here. And we'd be able to walk through the roll-up door and walk into the gymnasium. And as you can see, a lot of progress has happened in the gym. Hoops are up, the rock wall's up, the scoreboard's up, the screens, there's one there, and then there's one up here, are in. And the bleachers are up, and they have Pioneers on them, and they were run yesterday. The floor has been put down and will be finished in June after some of the final work will be done. What we're looking at right now is the stage and music room. Stage and music room will be up there. There's a curtain, that soundproof curtain that goes across that area, so you'll be able to practice where you're going to be doing your presentation. Another thing to look at is in the center, there's a great gray roll down mat that rolls down and breaks up the gymnasium in half so that you could have 2 PE classes going on here at once. Let's see what else. This will be lined for not only basketball but volleyball, and there are stanchion points that go in for volleyball. You'll be able to pull the bleachers out enough rows that 150 people could sit in here and you could still have a game if you needed to. And you also have the practice courts on either side. You have some PE storage area. And let's see if we can walk through these nice wood doors. If you're a student or a parent that drops off, the pickup and drop-off area is right out here, and that's also where parking will be. And you can see they've got the curbs up, and they're prepping for putting in asphalt. If you were a student in the morning and you got dropped off, you'd come through these doors, and then you'd come down that hallway and go into the commons for breakfast. And in here we have a family restroom for events. Down here we have a men's and women's changing area. There's also a shower room, just a single stall shower room. And there's the mechanical area. If we go down the hallway, we see these are the PE offices. So the PE teachers will have offices right here. And we'll walk down this hallway. There is going to be the entrance to music is in 2 locations. You can go up this ramp into the music room or down this hallway and either go straight into the gym or hook a right and you'll be up and onto the stage. So this is where the music performances will be. And there's sound system in the room, speakers, whole AV system will be run. So let's go back down here and act like we were going down this hallway. And we have restrooms on either side. They're being worked on and getting completed. And then we walk into this beautiful commons. A lot of natural light. There'll be windows up here. That's the front entryway again. And then this whole area here is the commons, where students will be eating. And the kitchen area will be right over here. And there's a area where students will walk in, walk through this roll-up area, grab their plates, come out. We already have the walk-in coolers have been put in place. There'll be a lot of stainless and appliances back in here. We look back in these commons, a couple things. If you notice the ceilings, beautiful wood beams, and that's to kind of bring back a little bit of that cannery feel. The other thing that was done in here is these wood beams here are steps up onto almost a little mini stage up here. Those wood beams came out of the cannery, and those were used in that space because they can't be used for something structural, but they can be used for that, and they're going to be finished, and there'll be a spot where you could do a mini performance. There's some artwork that'll be going up on this wall here, and also up here there's another large projector screen that'll come down. So if you wanted to host an event, you could have that event here, show a presentation, have a beautiful setting for that. You have the stairwell that goes up. It's got another set of railing that goes up a little bit higher. There'll be about 5 feet of railing total. And then it goes up, and again you walk by about 5 feet of railing. And then this will be the library area with windows. And then back up in there, and we'll see that in just a minute. Let's walk into the first grade classrooms. The first grade classrooms probably have the most amount of finish done to them. So let's see what this will look like. And the first grade, each grade level has their own pod. And that's so that all 6 classes are in the same area. And it makes a large school seem a little bit smaller. So when we first walk through the pod, there's going to be an area here for small amount of teacher storage, teacher work area, teacher restrooms. And then over here, we have student restrooms. You can see they're working on the tile work, getting that set. And we'll walk through the pod. If you notice, it's a nice, open, beautiful space. You can fit all the students in here for this grade level, for all the first graders. So the idea is you could have a presentation for all the first grade, and you wouldn't need to shut down the commons or the gym. There's a drop-down screen that drops down right there, and this will all be carpet, and it'll be carpet squares, and we can maybe look at one of those carpet squares, but it'll be different zones, different colors, so it kind of makes it so that each area will have a specific area, and there's also kind of a walking path around the pod. This will allow the pod to be broken up into 3 sections where 3 adults can be working in here. Teachers can send students out to those 3 adults to get things done. So you see it's got a little bit of the paint is up, windows are in, the jambs are painted, and they have the finishes, and they've just got the cabinets in, and they've started with the linoleum. Goes on the floor in front of that area. Large classrooms, lots of light. Have LED light in here so that you can adjust the amount of light. And as you can see with the amount of light that's in here right now, it's after 4 o'clock. And we have 2 lights that are on probably about 50%, and there's quite a bit of natural light, and that was part of the design. You see the students have cubbies, put their items in, lots of cabinets, can never have too many cabinets. If you notice the window height here, if you were a teacher, you can look out the windows, but they're high enough that if you were a first grade student, you wouldn't be able to see out. So not as distracted about what's going on out here. The other thing that each of these pods have in this wing is they have another classroom that's split in half by a wall, And these are going to be for ESL and RTI rooms. And they are also an opportunity if we need expansion. They're the same square footage together as a regular classroom, and the wall that splits them doesn't have any pipes or anything else if we needed to add a classroom. This will be a door to the outside to the playground area. Glass is all in here. If you notice how quiet it is, it's really well insulated building. A lot of natural light though, again. Okay, so if we want to move out here, we're gonna come out into the stairwell and then also the access out to the playground. So the playground, believe it or not, will be out here. And there'll be some grass, an asphalt path, and then we can make our way up the stairwell, which right now we're working on drywall, so there's some scaffolding here. And then when you come up, students will be going through a door. So this will be 3rd grade, I believe. We're coming up into the 3rd grade in these rooms. Kind of are their same imprint as downstairs. You can see the color is different though. This room's got, this pod's color theme is more of a green. So each pod will have a different color scheme, and that allows separation so that we can kind of tell quickly where we are. And just like down below, we'll walk by. There'll be restrooms on either side, so girls and boys, they'll walk through, the restrooms will be in there, and then there's a shared area to wash hands. And so if you're an adult, you could be standing here and see everything going on out here in the pod. The hand washing area